So I was in the emergency room tonight because I was having horrific nausea and stomach pain, just incredible stomach pain to the point where I was like, okay, on a scale of like 1 to 10, this is hitting a 9 at some point. Like, I need to get to a hospital and have a doctor look at me. So uh, John gave me a ride to the doctor, to urgent care, and I got examined, and they were looking at my stomach. They put me on different types of pain meds, and they would work for like maybe a few minutes, maybe like, I mean, I think one of the kinds worked for like maybe like 40 minutes and then would be gone out of my system. I'd be back to being in horrible pain and just be crying from the way it felt. And that's when they started looking at the fact, what if it is my stomach lining that is in pain? Because they did imaging, they made sure that it wasn't something like an ulcer as far as they could tell, that there was nothing else really serious going on that would cause all of this pain, like a kidney infection or something like that. Um, and so they ended up giving me something to help with the nausea, and that ended up really helping. Although the moment I got home, I threw up. So I don't know how much it really helped in the end, but they did their best, and they also suggested I go to a GI doctor, which I already have a referral into, and I'm going to do. But at the end, after my IV was taken out of my arm, the nurse wanted to get one more check of my blood pressure because my blood pressure was high when I came in, due to the fact that I was in so much pain. So she wanted to see what it was like when I wasn't having pain. So she puts the blood pressure cuff on my arm and it starts going, and I'm kind of like sitting there. And eventually I look at the cotton ball that's on top of the IV, and it's just soaked in blood. And I've never seen, like, I've had IVs before. I've never had a cotton ball completely soaked in blood on my arm like that. And I was like, this is peculiar. So I kind of pointed it out. I was like, is this supposed to be? And she realized that because she put the blood pressure cuff on my arm, it was pushing the blood out of the IV hole. And there was just blood dripping down my arm that I finally like noticed and was like, oh gosh. And she apologized. She completely apologized. She knew she made a mistake. And she switched arms and she cleaned it up, and like she knew like it was like like it was a mistake. And I'm fine with that. It's not wasn't like a life or death situation. But I have never had that happen to me before. So for any new nurses out there, don't put the blood pressure cuff on the same arm that you have the IV. Okay, moral for today. Have a wonderful night or a wonderful morning.